money and marriage go hand in hand, and really getting a handle on that dynamic is important for any relationship. I think you're more the money guy.
Absolutely.
I'm more still trying to figure it out, but we've got some help. Joining us now is wealth advisor and the CEO of Prosper Wealth Financial, the author of Who Pays? Navigating Love and Money, Nicole Middendorf. Thank you so much for joining us, Nicole.
Yes, thank you.
So you say, and I've never heard of this, I don't think we've had one, have a financial date.
Yes, have a money date.
A money date.
A money date.
Okay.
Because most couples do not talk about money. I mean, I get it. We're all busy, right? And especially if you have children. But it's really forcing yourself to sit down at least once a month and have a conversation about money. Maybe the first time you do it needs to be in a public place and in a restaurant. But the whole point, and that's why we came up with this deck of cards, the whole point is to share your values. What do you believe about money? Because so many of us were raised differently about money. Some people are spenders, some people are savers. And so how do you feel about money, and how does your partner feel about money, so you can both be on the same page and achieve the goals that you want to together?
Do you think we're on the same page?
I think for the most part we are.
Do you think you're ready to take the money
I am.
cards?
I can't wait.
All right,
The
let's
love
see.
part.
You want some questions?
Yeah, we want some questions.
Okay, are you a spender or a saver?
I think we're savers. Is that fair to say? I
would
mean,
say
we
we're
know
savers.
how to spend.
Yeah.
So you're both
But-
savers.
I would say we're more on the frugal side.
Yeah.
But why? Why are you a saver?
Oh, I think I'm a saver because I think it goes back to maybe how I was raised with money and just security purposes. Sometimes I get scared to spend, and I think he has taught me that, hey, it's okay to work hard and save, but you have to have a healthy relationship with money. And I don't think up until recently I've had one, because I always just want a vice grip, which I think kind of holds me back from making better investment strategies.
I think also with you, once you have kids, you start to think, what can I pass down to my children? So every time we think to spend money, we're like, is this money well spent?
Right.
Or should we just save that money, and eventually, you know, our kids will inherit that money as well. So
it seems so hard for kids now.
Yeah.
When you say like it's so hard for people because the way the world is today, so we feel obligated to save.
To save and help them, sure.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other thing too is not just having a money date with yourself, but then including your children. You can have these cards and use them with your kids, or as with my children, we have a family meeting and we have a family 401k plan. So my kids come together and decide to save for something together, and then we give them a match. And so it's all about talking about money.
Yeah, we need to do that more
Yeah,
with the
that'd be
kids. We got one really interesting. All right, give us another
You ready?
one.
Another one?
Yeah.
If you won $1 million, what would you do with your winnings?
Real estate. real estate. We, probably down in Sarasota or, you know, Siesta Key, somewhere.
And buy it to
Rent.
live in it?
No,
rent it
yeah,
out?
yeah, for an investment property.
Smart.
What would you do?
I mean, I think I would be the same. I would buy a second home somewhere fun. Europe or something like that would be fun. But if it was just to spend it and you had to spend it, definitely a second home would be.
You didn't have to spend it. You could do with it whatever you want.
You
Oh,
could
okay.
keep it.
And so that's the whole point, is having this conversation about money, because you're sometimes thinking about these things yourself, but when are you actually talking about them with your partner and exploring these ideas with your partner?
Sure.
Yeah, we dream a lot,
Yeah.
real estate, a lot. And then having your financial plan together, any other advice for husbands and wives?
Absolutely. So it's having a plan together, being on the same page. The other thing that you can do is look at, there's only so many hours in the day, so who's doing what? Maybe usually one person is managing more of the budget and the cash flow, the day-to-day spending, and another person is looking at the long-term, the retirement, buying that investment property. But that's why you have that money date, is to come together to share your ideas of where are you sitting. The other big thing that people fight about is spending limits. And so usually what happens is, you know, the guy goes and purchases the new set of golf clubs, and the gal goes out with her girlfriends or to the spa. Let's face it, rather than pointing the finger at your significant other, we both spend a lot of money. We just spend money on different things. And so it's coming together and having an amount that you both can spend money on that you don't have to have permission or talk to the other person about. So that could be $100, it could be $500, it could be $1,000, it could be whatever dollar amount that fits within your budget, so that you're taking the guilt out of it, because many women have guilt when it comes to money. And so that's one of the things that people fight about a lot.
Yeah, I do have guilt with it.
You do.
All right, well, thank you so much for for joining us. This has been super enlightening.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.